Okay, so now the dye is dried, and what we need to do next is take our straps, and as I mentioned, we're going to burnish them, which means we're going to give them a nice round, smooth look on the edge, because currently it's still just that rough rawhide look, and that certainly doesn't look that nice. So to start off, to do that, I have a bowl of water here and just a wool dauber. I'm just going to lightly wet the edge of what I'm going to burnish, and that's just to make it so it's a little bit more pliable. Then we have this little tool I showed you earlier, which is just a burnishing tool. It's made of plastic. We're just going to use friction, and it's not so much about applying pressure, but just being really fast. You apply enough friction and it rounds this edge off. Real nice. Sorry, I'm used to doing this on the table, but so that you can see what I'm doing, I can hold it up like this. Basically, that's the process. I'm not going to go over the whole strap with you because that'll take a few minutes, but I already have this one right here, which I did earlier. See that nice and smooth sheen to it. And so the next thing we need to do is take that edge coat I talked about earlier, and actually I usually would use a Q-tip for this. I seem to have forgotten to grab one, so I'll just make do with something else. Just a scrap piece of leather for now. So basically all I'm going to do is just rub a tiny layer of this compound on here. Now, because it's a black sheath, this doesn't actually show up as much. Say it was another color, this is actually black. And typically you use black regardless of the color sheath you're making. What this is going to do is it's not about the color, it's just to protect it from wear, because your edges tend to get the most wear of all. Now you'll notice I even burnished these little corners here, every edge, and I will even do this to the sheath itself. Certain portions I won't burnish until later on in the process though, because I'm going to be doing some more work on that edge. For example, where the knife slides in, you have what's called your welt, which is another piece of leather that is there to prevent it from cutting into the sheath. Actually, this guy right here. So I can't burnish that edge until after I've glued the sheath together and stitched it. But this works a lot better with the Q-tip, but oh well. Use what you have sometimes. And that's about it. The strap will dry fairly quickly and look really nice. Sure, coated every edge evenly. I'm a little bit picky that way. Get a little bit more on that spot. Perfect. That's about it. I'll do the rest of the straps, but you don't have to be bored by watching me do that. And the next process will be finally to close this sheath up with this welt, and then glue that shut, and then tomorrow, once that glue is dry, then I will drill the holes for the stitchings, stitch it together, and we'll be almost done. In fact, I might even finish tomorrow. if all goes well.